Well, good day everyone, it's Grizz. I'm out on the Hayabusa today. It was a bit of a wet start, so yeah, I thought the Busa would be rather more suited to possible wet conditions, although, you know, it's looking pretty good. There's a few little grey clouds about, but I think we're going to be alright. Could have probably brought the Ducati, but the Hayabusa's not had a run for a little while, so time to get the Busa out. Busa! Right, so why are we out? This is why we're out. These things, national speed limits. Well, hey! No, we're not. It's not going to be one of those types of videos. Yeah, look at this though. It is quite dodge up here. Dodge City. Poor Badgie has been squished in the middle of the road. Yeah, we're out to do some test rides today. Now, as I spoke about in the last video, I had some thoughts about selling the bikes and having a different bike, maybe just having just the one bike. But I've had a development at work, like I've also said in the last video. Things are constantly changing within my workplace, also Taffy's as well. But yeah, main development I've had this week is that I've been told I'll no longer have a van to take home, which basically takes away my hour-long commute from Cheddar into Bristol each day and back home. I'll have to be doing that on my under my own steam and not using the company van. So yeah, basically it means an increased cost to me, and obviously use of my own vehicle. I got a car. I could use the car if it gets awful weather. If there's like inch thick of salt down on the road, then I very much doubt I'll be using the bike. Don't get me wrong, I've commuted for many years on two wheels. What is it now? How long has it been? 33, nearly 40, 34 years on two wheels, and I've certainly seen my share of commuting to work on two wheels. So yeah, I've got nothing to prove to you guys, aren't you guys? So I'm gonna, but I want to still find something which is, I need to lower my outgoings basically. That is the bottom line of it. I need to lower my outgoings, and as beautiful as having the 916 and the Hayabusa is, and the BMW Scrambler when completed, as lovely it is having all those bikes, and we've got Taffy's bike and a car, so you can work out how much money I'm spending out on tax, MOTs, insurance, maintenance. It's a lot of money going out all the time. Yeah, we can afford it, and yes, it does take a lot of our kind of income, but I need to get sensible now, because basically having my company van taken away is going to cost me, is about 10,000 miles a year I'll be doing commuting. I could really do with a job which is a bit closer, but I've been in this same job now for the last 10 years and I don't really want to change, and at the moment it's probably not the best climate to be changing, or time to be changing your job. So I'm going to keep things as stable as I can, and I'll keep in the job for the meantime. So yeah, I want to lower my outgoings, so that would equal to selling off some of the bikes and getting maybe just the one bike. And I need to now try and suss out what that one bike would be. I would like to actually do a majority of my commuting on the bike, because I would also like to try and bring more vlogs to you guys. Now, I don't know how successful that's going to be during the winter, because when I leave home and commute back home from work, it's usually flipping pitch black dark, you know. So yeah, we'll see. I'll try. I mean, I have done kind of low light kind of vlogs before, and they're not too bad. So yeah, there is scope for some extra vlogs, which I'm excited about. I'm not excited about the extra cost incurred and losing basically an extra 2 hours out of my day just to get home, because then I'll have to come all the way back to Bristol, drop off my van, and then drive back home, or ride back home. So yeah, it's extra time, extra money. It's a bit of a bummer, to say the least, but I've got a job. That is something to be said for, isn't it? And also it could mean the arrival of a nice new bike. Now I need to suss out what bike I want. I'm not sure what to do yet. I don't know if I ought to just kind of sell the bikes up bit by bit and then put my money together and buy something second hand, or you know, if I did use it for winter commuting, it's gonna get a bit mucky, isn't it? It will take a lot of maintaining. It will take a lot of keeping clean on my part, and yeah, so that is a fair old amount of work. But I am a bit concerned about buying something like, let's say, a Turono, and it getting encrusted in salt and killing it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to be really mindful of that. And with that also in mind, I'm gonna have a look, just a little look-see, and see what some of these PCP deals are like, because you could buy a brand new bike, not pay out a hell of a lot each month, have a warranty. If anything goes wrong, it just goes back to the dealership. And yeah, I don't guess, although I would still look after it like it's mine probably, there is that spec there for handing it back at the end of the 3 years. But we'll see. I need to have a chat with them about that and see where I stand from a standpoint of getting the bike all filthy, and what kind of level of cleanliness and condition would they expect a bike back after a period of time of being on PCP. So yeah, I don't know about PCP. It's not something I've ever really considered, because it's always felt a little bit like dead money, isn't it? It's a bit like paying rent, which I do also. So yeah, it's a bit like paying rent. You never own it, and you just hand it back at the end, and you've just spent all this money out. But there's another flip side. You get to own what is possibly one of your dream bikes, and not have to worry too much about it. You know, that appeals to me, particularly from the standpoint of using my bike for commuting, and possibly, you know, having it getting a bit more, fucking hell mate, fucking twat. He's beeping the horn at the other guy who was in the pickup truck, telling him to get out of the way so he could cut me up and get going without cutting me up. Crazy attitudes on the road at the moment. Please be careful, guys. There's so many nutty kind of drivers about at the moment. Anyway, back to the subject in hand. Yeah, PCP, is it worth it? Is it not? I don't know. I'm going to sit down and ask and have a chat with some of the dealerships. I'm going to pop over to Fowler's now and go in and have a chat with a nice salesman and see what we can work out. As some of you knew also, I was doing test rides for Bristol Kawasaki. I did talk about this in one of my other videos, the monster vlog, but it was towards the end, so some of you probably would not have heard it. So yeah, I will talk about that again now. Kawasaki, Bristol Kawasaki, they put me on their insurance for test riding their bikes. Grizz only did one test ride, well I did two. The second one I messed up because my GoPro fell off and I just wasn't happy with what I had left. And I didn't get back to do more because we had a cluster of horrible weather, and I was also very much so at the time struggling with my health, because I was just at that point in between being diagnosed for celiac disease. So yeah, there was a lot going on, and my health was really bad. It was really bad timing, weather-wise, health-wise, and I didn't manage to get back in. Now, what has happened since then? Lockdown has arose, and Bristol Kawasaki have also been, well, they've kind of moved into Fowler's in Bristol, and yeah, I think that, well, it's completely changed the logistics of the insurance that I had arranged with them previously. So all of that is out the window now. So now I've got to go back and have a chat with them and see if they would be interested. Bristol, Fowlers of Bristol would be interested in me doing some kind of, I don't know, the occasional test ride. I don't want to turn this channel into a test ride channel. I want to always keep doing the stuff I do, keep things real, do some garage stuff, do some just general vlogs, me talking about my stuff with you. That I want to keep going. I don't want to be just like, right, today I'm out on the blah 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 and this bike's amazing. I don't want to turn it into that, but I do also want to now, at the moment, what I want to do is go and test ride some bikes and see what I like. I mean, I've not test rode really hardly any of the new stuff, any of the new bikes, you know. I'm not, you know, I test rode a few, I guess, and I've kind of got a good feeling for what the bikes are like nowadays, but I want to do more for myself personally and just get a feel for what I really want, you know. Off we go. I mean, this bike is bloody rapid. I mean, this bike's too heavy, I think. You know, from a standpoint of me commuting to work with what I've got. Right, let's start off in kind of levels of usability. Right, Hayabusa is ready to go. She's ready to rock and roll. She could commute. Yeah, do it. Easy, no problem. But it's a lot of bike. It's definitely a lot of bike. It's a big, heavy, cumbersome bike. And I'm encouraged to ride it like a loon. To be fair, I'll be encouraged to ride anything like a loon. Let's just put that one to one side. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I've put a lot of work in on this bike, getting it all nice and clean. It is absolutely pretty much spot on, as good as you're gonna get for a 2008 Hayabusa. Its value is good, I think. So in my mind, I just think sell it, pull back what I've spent out, and you know, get something more suitable. That's my mind thought on it as well. Other things I think about is like commuting in the winter. I mean, you know, I'm an experienced rider. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to go around giving it handfuls of welly and slamming the brakes on when it's -5. I'm going to be sensible with it. But you cannot deny the fact of all this tech which is available now, all these rider aids which are there to make your life safer. First and foremost, safe, you know, safety is first, isn't it? So from a standpoint of buying a newer bike, something with ABS, something with traction control, I'm going to be much better off if I want to commute on something like that during the winter over something like the Hayabusa. So that's the Hayabusa. That is my take on the Hayabusa and how I feel about keeping the Hayabusa from a standpoint of commuting through a winter. It might happen. I don't think it will happen. I think I'm going to be getting something else, to be honest. The Ducati 916, well, there's no point in us even talking about that, is there? You know, the closest I think I could probably get to commuting with the 916 through a winter is like stripping everything off which is nice about that bike and replacing it with things which aren't so nice, and that would just be and you know, also from a weather standpoint, you know, Ducati, the older Ducatis, the 916 like that, they're a bit sensitive to the wet weather. So yeah, it would just be a stupid exercise which would prove nothing apart from what we already know. So Ducati 916 is completely out of the picture from a standpoint of me using it, keeping it, using it, and using it as a commuter bike throughout the winter. Yeah, 10,000 miles a year. I think it probably would actually cover that mileage, but in those conditions it would just be an absolute horrible thing to do to it, and I couldn't live with myself. And it's as much as it really actually does sadden me to have to let it go and let this bike go after all the work I've put in on it. It's as much as I feel it's a necessity. It's, you know, it's just going to be stupid for me to try and do anything otherwise. So they have to go, I think. Hayabusa 916, sadly, they have to go. That's the reality of the situation. BMW Scrambler build, when I get that built, I mean, it's probably going to take me, I'm not being quick with things, I know, guys, and I know that's frustrating. I know, you know, I say I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I don't do it, but I'm still struggling health-wise, still struggling each weekend, each week. I'm working hard on that with my diet to try and get myself healthier, and I think I'm actually getting there a little bit. I say getting there. My condition will never ever change, but I think I'm improving things slowly, but it is going to be a slow progress, and with that also comes slow progress with the other things I want to do on the channel. So BMW build, winter commuter bike, it potentially would be great. You know, it could be potentially awesome because it's shaft driven. It's not, its value, I think by the time it's finished, will be maybe roughly, I don't know, £3,000 or £4,000. And I will know my way around it inside and out. Yeah, shaft drive, so maintenance is low. Just look after the brakes, that would be superb. But I do have the time factor, and from a time factor, that is not on my side, as the changes coming to me at work are kind of imminent. So yeah, it's a bit pants. It's really not what I had planned. I was playing with the idea of making some changes, but now my hand has been forced by my job and my financial situation dictates that too. So that's where we are, guys. It's not the kind of vlog and not the kind of thing I wanted to be doing, and not really the direction I want for the channel, but I don't really have a choice. That's life. I need to get on with it. I could just use the car, I guess, and yeah, you know, sell the Hayabusa and just have the Ducati sat in the garage, you know, or bring it in the lounge. That's going to make great content for you guys. How much work can I just do in the lounge on the 916 all winter and bring you some fun videos? It's not the be all and end all from the standpoint of, you know, bikes I keep or don't keep, from a standpoint of me being able to produce videos for the channel, but it does actually play a part in my decision making on all of this situation. Hence we're off to the dealerships and gonna see what grabs me. I'm like really buzzing to go to the dealerships and try some bikes out, but it's a little bit melancholy, I'll be honest with you, a little bit melancholy, to say the least, from the standpoint of having to make such major changes. But I always said, like I said to you guys, when this lockdown came and we got in the garage and we were working on the Hayabusa, working on Bertha, I did say that some changes could happen and I might have to sell the bikes off, and I'll do my utmost to ensure Tappy's bike doesn't go anywhere. Well, it seems that bit by bit those things are actually happening, but I'm gonna still fight it, and I'm gonna still try my hardest to ensure we don't end up in that bad a situation. I mean, it's not that bad. Come on, let's face it. All right, you know, I'm having to get rid of the Ducati 916 and the Hayabusa, and possibly I might even need to get rid of the BMW when that is completed, just to level things out financially. But you know, I think in all honesty I can keep in work. I think I can keep working. I can maintain a job. I could keep myself in work, and yeah, that is the most important thing out of all this. And I'm pretty sure I can still have a bike, you know. I'm pretty sure I can afford those things. Taffy and I are kind of lucky, I guess. Well, not I guess, we are lucky, full stop. We don't have a massive amount of outgoings. Our outgoings are just us and Ronnie and our house and, you know, food, just general stuff. We've got no kids. We've not got expensive kids. So yeah, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple lifestyle. And yeah, that basically enables us to live the way we do, buying bikes and having fun and just enjoying what we love, you know. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, that is my news for today. That's a rather long vlog, I do believe. I'm gonna get over to Fowler's, going to have a chat with the guys. This Mazda wants me to overtake. Puts the indicator on, thank you. Yeah, so I'm gonna get over there. I'm gonna stop talking rubbish. Join me on the next vlog. I have got another vlog which I'm editing, which is a rather nice vlog of just riding the 916 with just the microphone on and cameras. That's going to be a nice one. But anyway, one of the next vlogs will be that one, and also me doing some test rides. That will be lots of different kind of separate videos. So enough for today. There is your update for now. Yeah, catch you on the next one, peeps. God, can't talk. Love you loads. Speak to you soon, everyone. And yeah, stay safe, everyone. Bye.